north,
stream
and
is
then
active.
slowly
I'm
went
from
to
the
the west.
south.
Hello, everybody.
I'm from the south.
Welcome to
We're all
the
talking
south.
about
from the
where we're
southwest.
from.
So
Southeast.
complicated.
Welcome to the
Wait,
stream.
you're
North,
streaming right
south,
Yeah,
now?
the stream is
east,
up. The
west.
stream is
Man,
up right now.
Oh,
over here in Canada, we
hi
mostly
guys.
live in the
I'm
south.
still in a shower wrap. How are y'all doing tonight?
Okay.
I'm in a nightgown and wearing nothing else under. Hello, guys.
Yeah, that's the good
Whoa.
stuff.
If we get more views on this video,
I'm wearing a
than
jacket.
any of the
My
other-
second favorite
Wearing my
attire
jacket.
from Rose.
What?
I'm wearing my
But
jacket.
what's your
and that's
first
all.
favorite attire? Actually,
None.
no, don't answer that. Don't
Hold
answer
on,
that.
hold
Don't
on,
answer that.
hold
Don't
on.
answer.
All right. Let's
Don't
calm
answer.
things down. Let's calm things down. So let me get.
I'm
And
wearing
I
a
see
jacket and
Panda
nothing
just,
else.
I don't know if he's naked or not. I'm just gonna, you know, try to.
I got pants.
we full on start
Okay,
this stream,
but
ladies and gentlemen, with the stream, with all of the specifically the females in this campaign telling what they're wearing. I did ask them to
Hey!
do that. I'd like to point that out.
What's that, girl?
I did.
To be
Wait,
to be fair
Panda's
on
a girl?
this to be fair on this side of the house, it is 9 o'clock at night, and we're both and all three of us are in our night clothes. Well, except for me, I literally just got out of the shower.
Well, I guess you're in your
Let the
birthday
hits
clothes.
mute.
Oh
Let
yes,
the
birthday
views-
suit.
Oh,
Okay.
oh wow.
All right. Okay.
Let the views flow.
I'm in a jacket and nothing else.
Moving
Let the
on.
nips
Moving
be
on.
free.
Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Space Dice.
Moving
I
on.
hope you guys enjoyed last session because last week we finally left the planet Stormy and we're able to. We said our goodbyes. We didn't say any hellos, but we're about to say our hellos because during some travel time we have come to Outpost 37. Now, Outpost 37 is a specific area. It is an outpost. It's not a full planet necessarily. It is a military place. They train soldiers. There's soldiers there. It's military. Right now, though, they seem to be very, very, very on edge. Why they are, we're not entirely sure. But as soon as we got close, the ship was called in to identify themselves. Emmett is given what information is available, the ship's model, what his name is. They checked their database. And they asked for the names of the passengers. He has he told them to hold for a while. So Emmett goes on the intercom and asks everybody on the ship, who wants to does anybody want to stay hidden? Does anyone want to be mentioned?
Nothing to hide.
Nothing to hide.
Huh?
Okay.
I don't want to be mentioned.
So, all right, Zanar, you will not be mentioned, and you need to keep yourself in that case, if you do not want to be mentioned, you must keep yourself hidden on the ship, okay? Or you must, maybe not on the ship, but you have to be hidden. And if you sneak out of the ship when we hit the outpost, you need to not let people know.
What if he goes under a different alias? What if he goes under disguise?
You know
There's
what?
a fire here.
You know what? Actually,
fire here.
Zanar, that is fine. What is your Emmett comes out?
He speaks ordnate. Why doesn't he dress up as an ordnate?
And how
What?
how can you disguise a bug to look like a pretty elf person?
Okay, so are you imagining a hunchback of Notre Dame?
Oh my god.
Your horn is gone.
Quasimodo? Is
Your
that-
horn is gone. You actually could pull off an ornate.
Yeah.
Specifically a
Tila could let you borrow some of her makeup.
a
You know what? Fine. Let's do this. Let's
Zadar, what is your
see
name?
how
then?
bad
What
this
is the
fails.
name? And Tila, I want Tila and you to both roll me let me see. Give me a second. Deception or no, stealth. Both of you, I want you to roll me stealth checks. And with
Mine is Jacques de Carmine. There. Jacques de Carmine.
Jacques de Carmine.
Man's
Or
had
Jacques
a name
Carmine.
ready to go.
Okay,
you
you
think
said
you- You think
said-
you could pull this shit on me without me having a game plan? Ah!
I was gonna say Alfred.
write it in the future voice chats.
Yeah. Write in the future voice chat the name you're gonna go with, and both of you roll me.
So we
a
have it
stealth
for our
check.
mental note.
Or wait, no.
Hang on.
Let me check. Is persuade?
I thought it would be a charisma check.
No, charisma. That'll be when you interact with them. This is just to develop how well your disguise is. So let me check first.
Would that be deception then?
Is deception on there? Yes. Then it would be deception. Both of you roll me deception then to see how well
Okay.
you make this outfit.
13. Sorry, I don't have my glasses. +1, so I rolled a 14.
Like
I was gonna say,
deception?
Yep, deception.
does Zanar do like an advantage because he has lived in an ornate planet?
He
That'll
speaks
be
ornate.
I will say that you will have advantage on when you're like doing persuasion and deception skills when talking to them in ornate, but for the disguise itself, the two of you are just working together on this. So you rolled a 14, you said?
I got it.
I
Hold
rolled
on.
a
I kind of want
14
to help
on
as well.
14 on my
I-
makeup
help as well.
skills. 14 on my makeup skills. Make it happen.
Okay.
14 as well.
Two 14s, and
Damn.
Chippy, you wanted to help as well. Go ahead and roll me a deception check.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me get off this.
Also,
So,
also the names in the chat.
Jacques Carmine.
quite
Jacques
interesting name, though.
Carmine.
Jacques Carmine.
Jacques Garmain.
It
Ain't
actually
that
sounds like an ornate
interesting?
name
17.
too. 17?
No, I didn't
Hello?
even get the chance to put the modifier into yet.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, my name is Jacques
For,
Garmain.
for some reason, I was just
Imagine
thinking this.
if Zanar was to do his own makeup, it would be something like this.
Oh my!
Oh my. Go ahead and what
Holy.
was your modifier, Sheepy? What did you get full total?
Ooh, 17 plus 3.
Ooh,
20.
that's a dirty 20.
So, dirty
Okay.
20.
So in that case,
Yeah.
Tila and like Zanar, both of you like started working at whatnot, but then like you guys see like Mizu comes around the corner and sees you guys like working on it, and just there's a glimmer in her eye, and she approaches like, let me show you how it's done. Pretty much, you show them how it's done. Pretty basically.
I did his makeup.
It's like you demonstrate the skills that you displayed in like making yourself look good for Emmett. So it's like you have some skill levels in that area.
I was gonna say Mizu
What
probably
is,
do makeup
what
for
is
the pretty
Mizo gonna
boy.
give him fancy underwear for his suit?
Just steals Emmett's
Give me a
underwear.
second.
This
Actually,
is fancy.
what, are you gonna stick with your tuxedo, or are you gonna wear something? Are you gonna like?
Who, me?
Are you going as a guy or a girl actually? Because you guys are using makeup, but what are you trying to do?
Well, please, if I'm going to look a part of an ornate, even the gentlemen use some eyeliner. So,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Say no more. I will not fail you. I do great eyebrows.
You know what? Give me a second. I'm gonna roll
Why
something.
am I imagining like Tila like
Okay.
licking her fingers? And she's like,
Actually-
my eyebrows on fleek.
I'm about to tell you right now, you are getting off lucky right now, Panda. Like they're gonna believe you, but they roll all of them rolled a nat 1 on like attraction. So when you meet these people, most of them will not be attracted to you. So you won't have to worry about
that's
like,
fine by
someone
me.
going like, hey,
I don't care.
Hey there, Mr. Ornate. I hear that you have the greatest performance. None of that's gonna happen. You're lucky.
What?
So
I'm concerned. You
uh,
rolled for that.
I roll for certain things sometimes.
Bruh,
I don't tell you guys
that's
all the rolls I
concerning.
make,
You
though,
roll for
so
that.
just be happy I told you. So you get Emmett's like,
I wanna-
okay.
I want-
Emmett sees is like, oh, who's the? Wait, hold on. It's like, did you guys sneak an
Oh,
person
God.
onto my ship? Who is this?
What the fuck?
Tila goes, it looks like my makeup and our skills did the trick.
Wow.
I swear, if that's what Zanar looks like, oh god,
It's like,
he looks better being a bug.
dang. Oh my. Okay, he comes up to you and he's like, well, sir, I guess you're part of the ship. Nice to meet you. He shakes your hands, Zanar.
Nice to meet you
Oh my
as well.
Say,
Ooh,
come up.
and I accent.
what happened to Zanar, actually? I was just about to, I was gonna find out, like, is he hiding somewhere? You know, keeping himself under
That pitiful fool jumped ship.
What you call
jumped
it?
Ship. Well, doggone it.
No. What you call it? Tila says she locked him in the hangar bay, where the repair bay is.
I mean, either way, at the very least, they won't attack him. So, man. Well, okay then. Well, Jacques, nice to have you on the crew. I just gotta make a
Wow.
quick little call, let him know that we're passengers. And he goes back. He goes to
Please,
his call. He tells
Call
him
me
everything.
Jack.
Jacques.
Jacques.
My bad. No
Jacques.
problem. I
No,
got you.
no. Jack.
Jacques.
No. Jack.
Oh, this is gonna be so much fun.
Is that right? Right, like that.
Yes, very much.
Okay.
No.
So he goes off. You hear from the other room.
Oh my god.
You're a bit surprised you didn't have to pronounce it twice for them to get it. But you guys go towards
Oh, this is beautiful.
go towards the outpost. The ship lands. The thing opens, and you see before you an assortment of different, like, there's some generals, there's some soldiers out there. One
Generals.
not okay, maybe not plural, but there's a general. There's soldiers, privates,
Wait.
and whatnot around.
A general.
Ooh, is Mike there?
My you know what?
Mike.
Let me check. Okay. All right. So, you guys get off. You guys land. You guys get off the ship. And they walk up to you. He says, this general comes up to you. He says, he's a human, it seems. And he salutes you. And he's like, it's like, welcome to Outpost 37. I hear you're here looking for fuel and supplies.
Why, yes. We look for supplies and your finest fuel.
Ah, an ornate.
Huh?
I see. Well then, I assume you are the captain of this here crew.
An ornate, I see. No.
I'd be flattered if I was.
Sorry, so smooth right now. It's throwing me off. It says,
Where'd the modesty come from?
Tila.
All in that,
Tila
Where'd
baby.
that come from?
Tila approaches with a pop tall stance and with her hand over her chest, palm facing towards him as a more of a Jedi salute of sorts, and says, "General, I am the leader of this group. It is an honor to be welcomed at your outpost for reply and replenishment.
sorry.
My name is Tila Pon. I am one of the Jedi Knights of Order here, leading this group."
Wait, did you say Tila Pond? It's wrong voice. Sorry. So wait, did you say Tila Pond?
That indeed.
Oh my gosh,
General.
Jerry?
Well, all right. It's funny you should mention that. We need, first of all, before I get too deep into this, we're gonna need to search all of you. I'm sorry, but we've been having a lot of issues lately with a neighboring galaxy. Specific. It's a group of rogue ornates. Unfortunately, the Ornate Nation has already declared them a terrorist group. They've been attacking a lot of vagrants lately. So, Mr. Would you say Jacques? What was your last name?
Armine.
Armine. Well, Mr. Armine, we're gonna need to search you
Armine.
especially to make sure there's no collusion. We might have to ask you some questions. We ask that you do not cause any trouble while you're here.
By the way, Ink on Toast is on YouTube watching us. Hello, Ink on Toast.
I am.
Hi,
Yay!
Ink on Toast. Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi.
I would like everyone to know that if he calls me Cammy, I'm not responding to. I'm gonna act as if he hadn't spoken. He knows this. He thinks he's funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
He thinks
Wait,
he's-
do we know Ink on
I
Toast?
know
Which
Ink,
one
he's
is
an
that?
Animator. He's a fellow
Hello,
animator.
greetings. Who's out there?
Ink on Toast.
So
Who's
I
out
was
there?
I'm thinking Ink on Toast. I'm like, squid ink on toast? Is that
No.
salty?
Squid
Is that
ink
like
on
a butter
toast.
replacement?
nah, Ink
Ew.
is a sticky animator. Anyway, all of you should.
Oh.
All
Mama,
of you people should go
Mama,
subscribe
would
to
you
Ink on
check it?
Toast on YouTube So you go over and you, excuse me,
What?
this guy, he comes,
Oh,
he says,
cooking.
I need you to all go to a points
Not-
over, like down one of the corridors. There's a
Oh,
room
you're
that will scan your bodies.
Okay.
What?
Interesting.
Very well.
It's like, you seem a little worried there,
Okay.
Mister. Hold on.
Okay, so before they scan her, Skyer is going to go and put away her flashbang
As
in
you
her
turn,
locker.
as you turn away to do so, he says, "Excuse me, I'm gonna have to ask that none of you exit, go anywhere. You need to go straight to the scanner, please."
Tila goes very well. Everyone, let's go through. She pulls out one of the bins and says, "Place all of your belongings right here."
Mhm.
She also goes, "Where do you put our weapons to declare?"
You'll get your weapons back after the scanning. Don't worry about that. We'll give
Yes,
them right back
which
to
bin is that?
you.
Which bin is that?
It's
The red one?
The red one, yeah. Red one is for your weapons. The blue one is for any sort of belongings.
Got it.
Oh.
All right. Tila's like, "Who wants to go first?"
Skyer goes first.
Skyora,
She
you're-
goes, "Please don't take off your clothes, Skyer. That's not what they meant by your personal belongings."
One soldier says, "You can put your clothes on if you want," and immediately you hear someone gets bapped over the head. "That's 20, soldier!" Some sergeant in the back.
Whoa. Oh.
So yeah, some soldier made a
Well-
comment and is in trouble for it now. They're very strict here. So,
Yikes.
but they also haven't
Wait,
seen a
what's
woman.
the comment again?
Someone just made a comment on you taking off your clothes, and thing is, these men, the soldiers here have not seen a woman in maybe a year, actually, to be honest.
Oh,
my.
man. Poor
Their
thing.
the testosterone is high here then.
You can all
I
kind of,
want to go back to the ship now.
they
I wanna
are
go back to
the ship now.
unabashedly staring. But go ahead, Skyora, you wanted to go first, so you go through the scanner.
Tila goes, "Do you need help, Skyora?"
And Skyer goes, "No, I don't need help, but thank you."
Okay.
And so she kind of like takes off part of her sleeves, and so then she starts taking whatever she can off.
So she
Well,
undresses.
boys, if you want to see a show,
Well, yeah, she undresses.
Oh gosh, I
Okay,
told you not
oh,
to
But
take
here's
your
the
girly
thing.
clothes
boy.
But
off.
hold on, here's the thing about elms.
Well-
Technically, if she
just
wants,
asked,
nothing is. I mean, elms can legally technically be naked. There's no like nudist laws for elms.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
that's
necessarily.
right, because
So-
Lilu. But
Yeah.
the thing is, Charlie made
Here's
it
the
such a
thing,
big
though.
deal about it.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
here's
because
the thing,
Lulu
though.
looks more
Spirit elms are a little bit different.
more like a human, sort of.
Yes,
Spirit
spirit.
it
elf.
was
She's
more
not
like
a
a
spirit
human.
elf. She's an
No,
elf.
my other character is a spirit elm.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
looks more human than they do.
Yeah.
Here's the thing,
Yeah.
though. For Skyora, she has a core, and that's something she can't take out. So if they think that her core is a weapon, then
They wouldn't
she
think
has to
that.
be like, "Oh, this is." Well,
They,
Oh,
I think
well,
they understand
yeah.
how elms are.
So give me a second. So they scan you. So you take like your sword off and your flashbangs. They actually don't react too badly to you having flashbangs. Keep in mind, we live in a world where if you're not armed, you're stupid. So you put your weapons in the red basket.
she just starts taking all her stuff off, and the last thing she takes out is bread and one jelly bean.
And everyone
Ooh,
sees that,
yum.
and they kind of like, I'm not gonna ask questions. Like one man's like, "Sir, is it a bomb? It's a jelly bean. What is? What? Well, is it a bomb size? Is it a jelly bean? Okay, is it a
That's the jelly bean that
size bomb?
Corbin gave to her.
Sir, private, go sit
Still-
down."
Because Corbin was like, "Here, have a jelly bean." She's like,
So
I
you
can't
go
eat
through the
this,
thing,
but then she was
they
like,
find
"Just
nothing
put it
on you, not even your clothes, I guess. But you get your stuff back on. They give you back your stuff. Scan good, ding, all good. But you hear that when you were in the scanner, you hear the. It goes over your core. Your body sort of tingles from the scanner. It goes, especially when it hits.
"Is
your
that a
actual
good
core.
sensation or a bad sensation?"
It's searching you pretty much, and so it's a very thorough search. So it goes through and it goes back up, and it's done. It actually takes a good minute to finish, and you get through, and you're good. You get your stuff back on, and you head off. You're definitely being stared at, just so you know. Then who's next?
Well, yeah, she's naked. Would make sense.
I think either Mizu or I will go next. But I try to be last because I know I usually am when Jedi's travel, they usually travel to also protect Ordnance, so she's trying to play the part of being his escort.
I noticed you say
I
ordinate
just was
instead of
kicking the
ornate
cat out the
sometimes.
room because my company is scared of the cat. I just got back.
Meow. So I noticed you say ordinate instead
Meow.
of ornate
Yep.
sometimes. Um, it's
I'll
very-
go.
it's adorable.
I'll go.
So,
Or Nate.
so you
Don't mock my southern accent.
Yuzu's gonna take out the gun, and then she's gonna, cause Doro is always on her
Okay.
since he just basically just there under the mud. She's gonna take him out and just plop him in the bin.
I forgot she had a death
You do
crocodile.
That. You do that, and you also place the device. They do actually, when you pull out your little triangular device thing, they actually ask, could you put that over here? We need to scan that as well, since we, just to be sure. There's a third bin for
Scan that
specific
little dog.
items. So,
The red bin.
mhm.
The Pokemon trainer is getting confiscated. No,
Yep.
the Pokeball.
She's like,
confiscated.
that's
not fair.
Pokemon Go
Not fair.
2.0. Don't you dare lose my Pokédex.
So,
My goodness.
you go through the scanner. They do. It goes through the thing. So you put everything in the bins that you had on you.
B?
She's contemplating.
Hold on a second. I don't have much.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't have to take your items out of your thing. I'm just saying, like, I'm just asking, like, do you put the stuff in the bins for when you?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
she doesn't carry much.
Cool. So you put your stuff in there. They kind of like look
She's
at your
fun.
little Death Elm thing. Like all the soldiers kind of like they put their hands on their gun holsters, but they're like this. The general like raises a hand, like, nope, don't do anything. Leave it alone. It's not hurting anything.
You're safe for now.
So they
It's a death elm. Don't mess with it.
So
Yeah,
it
don't
goes
do it.
through-
Don't do it.
one
Coco
guy.
Feral.
As it goes through, it scans you perfectly. It's like nothing happens. Ding. And you go through.
Okay.
You get your stuff back. You get your little Death Elm. But
You said one guy did something.
they do. One of the guys gets told something about the sergeant, and he comes up and he comes and speaks to you, and he says, that technology for this device, we do need to make sure that none of the creatures you're keeping in this are being kept against any sort of regulations. You do feed them, right?
I just captured one the other day.
Okay. We just need to make sure that they're not conscious creatures, conscious people, because as you can
I don't know
assume,
about
that
the other one. I don't know about the other one. I had actually found it, and well, one of them ended up being an elm. I don't know what the other one is because I was too scared to try and test it.
Okay.
After that,
Understood. We're gonna have to take a look at them. If you'd like to be there for when we check them
be
out,
careful.
you may.
The electric one is feral. Be careful.
Understood. We'll be careful. If you would like to see them as we do as well, you can be there. Just you'll have to be out of sight.
Sure, I guess.
Okay. Understood.
Oh, can I have my pet back? Can I have Doro back?
They look at Doro, and he's like, in his head, he's like thinking, like, we're supposed to check all the animals that they have, but I don't want to touch that thing. It's like, yeah, you can.
Yeah,
touch it.
that's the film. Unless you want trouble.
Like
He
actually
Doro
does-
is tame
we will
with
need to. He
Mizu.
reaches for the Doro, and Doro immediately snaps at him, and he's just like, if general, the
Leash.
general says, just keep him on a leash. All right, you can keep on. Just make sure you keep him on a leash while he's here. And he's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I bought a leash and collar for him. Don't worry.
Cool, yeah. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, my fingers are here.
Oh,
Cool. And he let you go by. You get your stuff back. So Zanar was gonna go next. You said.
My dude.
Or should I say Jacques?
Yes, or
Yes.
Jacques.
Jacques.
Jacques
I'm
Germain.
actually concerned because Doru might bite him because
What? Might
since
bite
remember
what?
since the beginning,
I'll
Doru
be
bites
right
you
back, everybody.
like your legs.
Ah,
And
yes.
Hey, what?
I'm just scared he might give you away, sorta
This
make you
little
fall back or
creature.
something. Bite.
I do not like this little creature. This little
This
creature
creature
Did
irks
Ant just
me.
walk? Did the frog just walk away?
Yes,
Yes,
he
Yeah,
did.
the
He
he
frog
said that
did.
he was gonna be
away.
back.
Fine then.
What to say,
I'm gonna transition into night mode.
Oh.
I can't stand this rap forever. Jeez. I got
Wait.
school in the morning. I
Hey,
got
hold on.
college. First day of college tomorrow.
Say
Yep.
hello to Artia. I didn't pick it up.
Oh. Hello.
She's my company. She's what I put on what's it called?
Aren't-
Ooh. I
Aren't
put
you
on
just an
The Greatest
adorable little
Showman.
thing?
I put
Ooh,
on The Greatest Showman.
I love that movie.
Aren't you just an
Yeah,
adorable
she
It's
little
the
wanted to
thing?
watch
only
High School
it's the
Musical, but
only
it was
one
either rent
musical
or
I'll
buy.
tolerate. It's the only
Yeah.
one musical I tolerate.
That's the whole move right there. She wanted to watch High School Musical, but it was either rent or buy.
Mm-mm.
Why don't you just
Alright.
rent?
One quick second. I will be right back, but I know Zanar is going next to the thing.
This is what isn't how does the song go?
Wait, your arm. How is that supposed to work?
Oh, I'll just
Which
pop
one?
it off. And
I-
actually no. I feel like I would have popped it off and had that hand like tucked in like Napoleon.
Ew.
No, like have you ever seen
Just
Napoleon's
screw it off.
photos? Where he puts
Just
his
screw it out and put it down and reattach it after. Like they gotta inspect all the little gadgets in it, bro.
well, they might find the radioactive crystal.
That's not good. Why'd you bring it with us?
Well, it's either that or have a nuclear isotope in the ship.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay.
Well, are you
Okay,
gonna at
okay.
least inform them about that?
Yeah, you should probably say something first.
No, because then they're going to take my crystal.
That's true. But they're gonna find it regardless.
But you're an ordnance. Ordnance usually carry crystals.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's radioactive. Dude, that's radioactive.
I'm going to try and play off that
But
the
also,
ornate.
I feel like they wouldn't take it because they're not trying to stir up any more trouble with ornates.
This was a great choice.
This was the greatest show.
How's that show go? This is what you want to be.
Yeah.
Right here waiting for you.
Zendaya's turn. Let's go. Where you going?
Right.
Okay.
You going to trash?
Oh my gosh, where's my at-home?
Oh,
I don't know how to feel about that
Perfect.
hit of hair though.
You
I don't know
guys,
how to feel
speaking
about
of
her.
musicals,
I
Don't
like
don't
Hamilton. I like
Be
certain songs in
careful.
Hamilton.
be careful which song you say or which musical you say because there is one musical to this day I hated with a passion. Like, Mom asked me to go see Into the Woods with her,
Oh,
and
oh
Bet.
no,
we both looked at each other like at the beginning, like it can't get any worse, and it kept getting worse. The only
yes.
decent song on that whole entire movie was the two princes singing the song "Agony."
Okay.
I like
They're like,
certain songs in Hamilton.
"Agony." I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's finally a relatable song."
Isn't that true? What I just ran into.
I was
like-
Oh,
thinking
hey.
of the
He's
one.
back.
I was thinking about Alexander Hamilton. I need to see that movie.
He'll be
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
Soon you'll
returned.
see. Hi.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hello, you have returned.
Yes, I have returned. So
He'll
the
be back. Soon you see,
The
you'll be crawling back to me.
I said it wrong, but okay.
so
I don't know.
so you guys get
See, I don't
what,
watch
the
the
soldiers. You
movie.
go through it. So who's Zanara? You were gonna go
I
next
love
to the
listening to her
scanner.
songs.
What?
You were gonna go through the Zanara was gonna go through the scanner next.
Is Jacques.
Jacques
It's
was
Jacques.
gonna go through the
Yeah.
scanner.
Jacques Carmine.
Washing
Yes.
Yes.
Mine.
power and stuff.
And I take. Oh! I have the grapple hand. Duh.
That is true. You do.
So I just screw off my grapple hand and put it onto the little tray thing, and then I walk through.
He looks and he says, "That's some pretty impressive technology there, Mr. Carmine."
I know him.
Why, thank you.
You mind
The
me
only thing money could buy.
You mind me asking you where exactly you bought it?
I bought it off World. Around this place called, how do you say, Super Sparkle Sprinkle Emporium?
You hear? He says, "Oh,
remember
you
the
know
whole
the
thing."
place? Ah, best cupcakes ever."
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, because he fucked her. He fucked the cupcake.
There was a setback, alright? It was a dark time.
Says,
It was a setback.
"Well, I'm glad to know of, a fellow consumer. A fellow consumer. Granted, we haven't been there in a long time. We haven't had.
Well, I shall say, their newest employee is very nice.
Ah, good to know.
PP your mic.
Well, in that case, you hear the scanner. Suddenly, though, the scanner stops halfway through the scan for a moment and stays there. A few of the soldiers begin like looking at each other, looking at you. The general looks at Tila for a second and looks back at Carmine a little suspiciously.
Oh shit!
And then there's another moment, and then you hear a. Okay, sorry, my bad. Just hold on. He's like, there we go, and the scanner starts up again.
Keep pressing random buttons, bro.
Goes back up and it stops. My bad. Sorry, wrong buttons. I'm new,
Sorry,
so
wrong buttons. I
don't usually do this part.
there we go.
We don't usually have guests. So
Keep clicking the wrong.
so you go through and you're okay. Tila, do you go through as well?
Yes, but she's got to unarm. So
Oh, here we go. Long list.
Is she gonna?
yes,
Oh god.
she's loaded.
Oh, she's loaded on.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
she
you're
is.
talking about gear. My bad.
Yeah. So Tila gives a
No.
sweet smile and goes, "Pardon the wait." She walks over to the red tray. She goes over there and she takes out both her lightsabers. She presents them to them, showing them that they are off, and puts them in the bucket. She takes out her power crystals and explains, "These are what power my lightsabers. Please don't touch them." She goes, "They're like batteries, crystals to them." And then she takes out her sack of rocks, puts them in there. She takes out her sack of coffee, puts that in there.
Oh,
She's like, "You never know."
they're kind of.
Wait,
She puts
how would
that.
you
No,
take
she
off-
puts that. She puts that in the blue bin.
As
She's
you
like,
do this, they're
"Sorry,
kinda
that goes
looking-
over
they're
here."
Kind of looking at you like, how are you carrying all this? where are you putting all this?
Then she takes her whip that she got from the last place,
Oh, that's where she's
from that cave, and then she pulls out the whip, and as she pulls it out, it gives a little snap that can echo across the halls, and then she wraps it up kindly and goes, and puts it in the red bucket.
The general looks
And
at
then-
you
Sticks
very
out.
unamused. Everyone else, all the other boys here are kind of like, you hear like a, Like the breathing, like they don't move, but you breathing gets heavier.
Then
Of
she
what?
finally
Of what?
Thirsty as
No,
fuck. That's
bro.
what.
and she takes off her Jedi belt, which is like the what carries everything, and she places it in there, and she goes, "Oh," and she takes out. She actually has the card still. She takes Mike's phone number out that's still on that card and puts it in the blue bin, and she goes, "Okay, now I'm ready to walk
Show you
through."
where.
And she proceeds
Show
to
you
get
where.
to the scanner.
You go through the scanner.
Oh,
As
want
it
me to
does
pause?
so,
I
the
can
general
pause.
the general looks at
I
the
can pause.
the phone number and says, "You mind if we call this to confirm who it is?"
Tila goes, "Who? Mike?
We just need to make
Yeah,
sure.
go ahead and call him.
All right.
I would be happy if he came for a visit.
So they pick up. They
Been a
pick
long
up a
time
phone.
since I've seen the good boy."
Beep 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 beep.
Now it's just
Been a
like
while
mon
since
deux.
we've seen the good
beep.
boy.
Press the talk button, and as soon as they press talk for the call, you hear a
Oh, he can have a better ringtone than that. Come
no,
on.
from somewhere else.
The
Somewhere else
ringtone.
in the group of soldiers. They're somewhere in the back of the group of soldiers. You guys hear that ringtone?
Oh,
You just hear like
my
Mike's
love.
ringtone. Oh, let the dogs out.
Actually,
Oh,
you know what? Bet. I will say that. I will go ahead and go with that. You know what? That's his ringtone. You guys hear? And the soldiers part, and you see Mike standing there, like
Wow.
trying to turn off the phone, like. And
Tila kind of sachets to the side and gives a smile and waves and goes, "Hello, Mike. It's wonderful to see you again."
Turn.
It's your man. It's your man.
He and he,
Go-
sa-
go
he
to
looks
your
at it,
man.
he looks up at you. He looks down at his phone. He looks back up at you. He looks down at his phone, which he hung up because he was on duty. And he looks up. He's like, "I'm sorry for hanging up on you. It was I'm on duty right now."
Understood, soldier. You're our good boy after all.
His
Wait,
And she
if he's
proceeds
here,
to the
does he
scanner.
recognize me?
Your makeup.
Oh, right. I
he
have a
does not
nose now.
recognize you. He does not recognize you. And he goes, he's like, yes, ma'am. And he goes back into attention, puts his phone away. His tail, when you say good boy, does wag slightly, but you can see the muscle, like you can see the muscles straining in his like legs and abdomen to keep his tail from wagging.
Oh,
He's a very strong boy.
I'll have to get him. I'm gonna have to get him an extra big, juicy milk bone for that one.
Wow.
That was
Oh.
very nice.
I am not gonna lie.
You
The
lot
first
are,
thought that come to my mind was Garu from is Guru from
the general,
General Garu
the general just kind of
Genshin.
chuckles
Like
a little
man
bit.
can't control his tail wags when
I
somebody
can't
says
hear
good
you,
boy.
Cam.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. And the general just kind of grins as you say that, and as he like goes back to attention, whatever. He's like, "Well, it looks like everything's in order. You guys get your items back." And the general actually says, "You know, I have a lot of things to take care of, which means Private Mike." And you hear Mike comes up or whatever. He steps up and he says, "That's Sergeant, sir. Yes, sir." It's like, "Can you lead the? Can you show them around the facility? Where civilian tour, please, not anything else." And it's like, "Yes, sir." And he goes over and he says, "Please follow me." As he walks in front of you.
Anything else?
So Mike
Whoa,
moves
bro.
forward.
Oh, wonderful! Another tour. She puts her arm around Mike and says, "Oh, I love your tours. Let's go."
He can't keep his tail from wagging.
Like once they're out of sight,
Whoa.
his tail just wags.
Yeah. Good boy.
Everything else of him looks stoic though. Like he looks like a statue for the most part. So as you guys are walking, you guys are making your way down. Let me check something. Okay. You go down some corridors. You notice the outpost doesn't seem to be in the best condition. In my lap. This outpost doesn't seem to be in the best condition from what you guys can tell. And it seems a little bit run down. There's there's some places like soldiers are kind of running back and forth. Everyone seems like they've been awake for probably a whole day, full 24 hours so far, maybe longer. Almost everyone looks tired. Is there anything you guys want? He brings you down a corridor. He says, just down there is the barracks. No, just down there is the barracks, and down this corridor.
Where you sleep?
Yes, I do sleep in the barracks. There's not much room for any separate rooms for the sergeants or generals at the moment. We're a little bit overstaffed at the moment, if that makes sense.
Artia?
It's a shame. I
Oh,
was
I'll kick
hoping
him
they
out
would
again.
give you a nicer outpost
I'll kick him out
position.
again.
This is only a temporary time, but they've needed reinforcements here for a while. I assume you've heard about the ornate terrorists.
Have heard. Did you? And she looks to make sure no one's around. She's like, "Did you get my text, Mike?"
His tail wags a little harder, and he says, "Yes, I got your text."
Okay, I just wanted to let you know. Thank you. She's like, "Good boy." And, and she's like, "So where do you eat?" She goes, "We are kind of hungry, by the way." And Jacques here has quite the palate.
Oh, right. That reminds me. Why exactly is the bug dressed up like that?
Tila goes,
Oh.
remember that text I gave you?
Right. Something about him.
This is just a precaution. Just
Right.
protect him.
You, after taking a look into things, you do realize that he's wanted for some pretty bad crimes, right?
Well, he's wanted by the Ordnance, not by the Federation.
He may not necessarily be
The
wanted
guy
by
looking
the
for him is worse.
Federation, but his crimes, the things he has done, granted, he's not killed anybody, as far as we know, that wasn't in self-defense, but at the very least, he is a criminal, and not all his crimes are specific to the ornate nations.
She goes, and he is under my direction as the leader of the group. Don't worry.
Keeping him in line.
Keeping him in
And at
line.
least he's not as bad as the guy searching for him. That's all I can say.
And she goes, besides, she goes, the warden, 10 times worse than this guy. Trust me.
He squints his eyes a little bit and he says, "The warden. I've gotten no information about anyone called the warden coming after him."
Super narcissist, narcissist, sadistic, and maybe masochist type man.
I don't know about masochist, but maybe.
What
I
does he
don't
look
know.
like?
Cowboy hat,
He looks like a
covered
robot
up from head
cowboy.
to toe.
Hmm.
Yeah, covered up from head to toe.
And white armor.
Yeah.
Doesn't ring a bell.
It has a
Sorry.
cowboy hat.
And he has a Stetson hat, a very distinct Stetson hat.
He has a very strong accent, right?
Very.
Southern draw.
Still, Mike doesn't. Still doesn't sound familiar to me. It's probably just.
Well, if you do hear any word, just keep your nose peeled if you do come across it. He is bad
You mean
news.
ears?
No, doggies use their noses.
I know, but dogs have good hearing too.
I have good senses all.
Why
over.
are we just referring? Why are we just saying dog right in front of him?
And that,
Like that's rude.
No, it's fine.
He's a good boy.
I am a dog. I am a dog, and I am quite proud of it. Our hearing and smelling is quite good. it
I
is.
don't want to do. I want to say something, but I'm not gonna
Oh.
say it.
Wait,
I want to say something, but I'm not gonna
Mizu,
say it.
you have the card from him.
No, I
Maybe.
don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't have a card. He
oh.
never gave me a card.
He gave you a picture of, or was that Skyora?
No, he did not give me a picture.
Yeah, that was.
I sprayed him in
me.
the face with water. Why would he give me a
Oh.
picture of himself?
However, however, the thing is that only
I don't need
Zanar
selfies of
knows.
him.
Only Zanar knows that she has like his business card.
Oh.
She copied it.
And then yeah, she wrote it down on a piece of paper so that they weren't tracked anymore.
Ah.
Mhm.
Got it. And she
Yeah.
goes, she's like, Mike, I am happy that we got to see each other again. But please, what are you really doing here? She goes, I mean, is it really that bad with the ordinance here?
There was actually, yes, there was a recent attack on one of the old cities. You didn't see it when it happened? Like, nothing has happened in that regard?
We were kind of
goes,
stuck on a different planet.
We were stuck on a stormy planet, a very stormy
For how
planet.
long?
Thus, it was called Stormy. She goes, there wasn't very much news coming in to the ship since we couldn't get any reception while we repaired the ship.
Yeah, and the ship crashed.
The ship crashed.
But we fixed it.
I think you mentioned that in a message, yes.
I did mention that in the text.
Right. Well then, it's interesting. Did you ever go...
At least I'm not dead.
Hey, I'm very glad that you are not dead. I'm very glad that all of you are not dead. Granted, I only really know 2 of you that well, but I'm glad that none of you are dead.
Who's hungry?
Oh, right. He comes to realization that after some time he's just been looking at you, Tila, like staring at you, and then he like, correct, yes. Follow me, and I will bring you to the cafeteria. Or not cafeteria. What's it called in army terms? What is the term for the place to eat?
It's called a
Mess hall.
Mess hall.
Mess hall.
Let me take you to the mess hall. And he takes you guys down, and there's a big room. There's a number of guys there. There's a good number of them, but again, it looks just about as bad as the rest of the place. Like it's like good soldiers, bad lodgings, pretty much. And they're kind of horsing around a little bit, but it's not too terribly bad. He brings you up to the food place. You notice that the food are all the food is second-rate quick meals. Now, you guys probably would know quick meals are basically like like an MRI.
MREs.
MRE, thank you. MRE.
An MRI. Oh my gosh.
MREs usually taste pretty, or the quick meals taste better than MREs generally, and they fill you up a lot more. But these are second-rate ones, cheaper, so they don't taste nearly as good. And so, definitely very bland. But that's all they have to eat right now. There's no other food. They don't have any other kinds of foods. They're still waiting on a delivery.
Anyone want to get something to eat? She looks at Skyra, Mizu, and Jacques. She
Can I
goes,
get something for
Jacques,
Doro?
do you see anything delicious? Oh, yes, absolutely. I think I see one of those cardboard pizzas over there.
Wait, is there also like nuts and berries and
He
whatnot?
does.
There are some nuts and berries. I will say that.
I
Yeah.
mean, he eats
If you
a
look at
random
the-
assortment of things, but
if
I
you look-
think he refers to meat more.
If you look at the quick meals, you'll see that the names of these are sad. It's just like slightly soggy carrots, leftover potatoes.
Yeah.
Like one of them.
Oh, that is
One of
depressing.
them has an especially long title. It says like day old.
Has a what?
One of them's called a
Depressed
disappointing
deep dish.
salad.
That's
No,
what it's
one-
depressed
There's
deep dish.
there's one that says disappointing salad, but there's one that says day old pizza, but the cheese has already
Oh.
been taken off.
Day old pizza.
Ew, it's nasty. Ew.
And then
They
there's
say
some nuts and
all day
berries.
old pizza with
There's some
no
nuts and
cheese.
berries that say, eat at your own risk.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Tila says, "Is that the
Uh,
Is that the coffee maker over there?"
Yes, but I wouldn't go near it. It attacked the last fellow who did.
Tila walks over to it.
Okay. Do you attempt to
She
use the
fearless.
coffee machine?
She's going to deploy Pog
Wait.
and have Pog make coffee.
Roll me a
He's
compatibility check.
gonna walk over to
actually.
Mike and tug on his shirt.
I'll get right to you in a second, Mizu. Lindsay, go to the bottom of your pet options and go to compatibility. Roll
Yep.
a compatibility check.
Is that enough?
What'd you
No.
get? What's your total?
It was 15 plus 1.
16. Okay. I will say that Pog takes so here's what happens. The most incredible display of things appears before you. Pog flies over to this thing, and as soon as he gets near to it, you see the coffee machine rattle slightly, and a part of it flicks out and smacks Pog in the face. Pog looks at it, and all the soldiers stop what they're doing and look over in amazement. Pog looks at the thing and whacks the thing with one of its arms, and the coffee machine proceeds. You hear it proceeds to stand up on two little robotic legs, pulls out a couple of arms, and holds the coffee pot outside of it, and breaks it, and has the shards out like a weapon. And it looks at it and they're out of nowhere. It's like so. They are locked in combat
What
now.
the?
So,
My goodness.
roll me
Oh.
Pog's initiative.
Roll Pog's initiative.
Wow.
Does Pog even have an initiative?
Just roll me a d20 then.
Or is it mine?
Actually, I gotta ask. When
Oh,
are we
his
gonna
is a 3.
level up the pets? I gotta.
We'll get to the leveling of the pets. Actually, you'll probably
3.
we'll level up some of them today. Actually, so 3. All right. So, the two lock into combat. The coffee machine will go first. So the coffee machine is going to do a simple strike. What is your durability? What is his durability modifier?
His durability. What is his durability? His
Probably
dexterity?
armor.
No, it should be an option that says durability. If it's not on there, then give me strength.
Strength is 11.
What's the plus and minus one? I mean,
It's 0.
0. Okay. So okay, so that hits. Do you have Pog's health written down?
It is, but I don't know if you update it properly because it says level 2, 15 health points. I don't know if that's accurate, but okay.
What level is Pog?
Has been level 1 for the longest.
Pog should be at level. I think this is a Tila
I've never
Pond
said anything.
level 6.
Okay. Tila,
Yes,
I
this
just never
is.
said anything.
Tila should be level 3, or not Tila. Pog should be level 3. So in that case.
Yeah, he is level 3.
Okay.
What level should Doro be?
Okay, so he takes 2 hit points of damage.
It all depends on how you use him.
Yes. Doro.
It takes what?
I don't use him in combat like that.
Yeah.
Probably-
2 hit points. He takes 2 damage.
Okay. So he is. I'm gonna write that down on a separate note because I don't want to mess up his sheet.
I got you.
I feel like if Doro went, he would have destroyed that thing.
Okay,
Freaking
so he
strong.
was at 15. Now he's at 13 HP.
All right.
Strong. God
Okay.
damn.
Actually, give me a second. I'm going to use this as a chance to implement the dual system from the next thing. Could you, for me, real quick. Roll 3 d20s and just roll normal d20s and tell me what you get on each one.
18, 10, 15.
All right, 18, 10, 15.
18, 10, and 15.
All right, give me a second. So 18, 10, 15. Oh, wow. Okay, was not expecting that. All right. Oh, boy. Okay, all right. Okay. Roll me 3 more d20s, if you would.
18 again.
Ooh.
5. Nat 20.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay. All right. And okay, so what you see displayed before you. So Pog is still flying, but he's kind of hovering, right? And they're on the desk. You notice soldiers are kind of like, go, fight, fight, fight. And they're placing bets already. So the coffee machine comes, it swipes with its coffee pot. Pog does get hit in the face, but brings up one of his claws and grabs the handle on the coffee pot and starts whacking the coffee pot machine. Poof, 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 a couple times, a couple socks right in the quote unquote face. The coffee machine backs up. There's a light. It leans over and a spout of coffee
What?
shoots out of it. Pog, however, brings his propellers using his claws to prop himself on the desk. He brings his propellers sideways and creates a fan blade shield against the coffee. And in a display of skill, he then lets go of the desk, the propulsion from his wings bringing him forward, and in a quick spin, there's a flash, and then you see Pog standing behind the coffee machine in an epic stance. And there's a moment of silence before, and you notice that Pog has unplugged the coffee machine, and it falls. It fails. Pog has won the battle against
Nice.
the coffee machine. You win. So.
That's my boy.
Dude. You just freaking aced that coffee machine. What happened to the coffee machine? What y'all do to it?
They don't know. It's like the cafeteria, not cafeteria, the mess hall, like the cook or quote unquote cook says, I'll be honest with you, lass. I have no idea what happened in that thing. It just started acting like that one day. A lot of things have been acting strange around here, I'll be honest with you. We're not sure if it was the coffee machine that was alive doing all that stuff, but it might have been either the machine or the coffee itself. We're not sure, but I think it was crazy.
If you ask me, it seems like the Ordnance have hacked into your supply systems to include this coffee.
We consider that might be true
electrical
actually. But we
system?
couldn't get close enough to check the system. We weren't sure who bought that thing anyway. It kind of just showed up one day.
That's
Tila walks over to Pog
turn.
and pats him and says, "Good job, Pog. So proud of you. That's my boy." And she goes, she looks at the soldiers and she goes, "And this is why I do pour over coffee." She whips out her coffee beans and starts to grind them. And she's making coffee over in the coffee section the old-fashioned way.
Wow.
He goes.
Wait, where are you getting the coffee beans from?
She had them on her.
She's hidden them.
Tila always
puts them on her
carries
inner
coffee
thigh.
beans on her.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
If you'll remember,
She put them through the scanner.
If you'll remember properly, I do believe Corbin took your coffee last episode.
Then what's in the bag?
He didn't.
As you pull out the bag, at first, coffee beans, but then it stops pouring and you feel something else in there. If you jiggle it, little action figure.
Oh my
god.
God.
Whoa.
With a little note on the chest.
She
that
literally
says,
crumples.
Sorry, took your beans.
Tila
man.
squeezes the thing in her hands. She can't break it because she's like, she doesn't know if it's conscious, so she's like, that. She's like, oh, that dirty robot. I am going to get
Can I
him.
see it? Can I see the
Me-
action figure? I want to know what it is.
Tila hands it to Mizu, and she goes,
Why am I imagining a G.I. Joe figure?
Everyone who looks at it, roll me a
Tila's
history check.
like,
Go ahead. I'm going.
Hold up. Look
I got
at
you.
what?
I got you.
two buffoons took my coffee beans.
That's
She-
history, right?
Yeah.
19.
19. Anyone who
Yep.
rolls above a
19.
13, you know that this thing. You remember reading history books about it, that it is a GI Joe figure.
Huh.
I'm giving it to Doro now. I don't want it.
I'm surprised that Skyara knows it.
Tila's like rubbing her head, and she goes, coffee.
Coffee.
How much would this sell for?
Nowadays,
Oh, is she asking Mike?
in mint? Do you wait? Yeah, who do you ask, Mizu?
Yeah, she's probably gonna ask Mike. It's like, how much do you think this would sell for?
If you look at Mike, he's staring at the GI Joe figure. Actually, roll me. All of you roll me insight. Anyone who wants to. right?
Insight.
Okay.
If you want, you don't have to. But
That's a plus
my
4.
plus one.
insight.
16.
15
She
plus,
got Skyara got a 3.
15 plus 3, that's an 18
three.
on my insight.
what'd you get, Mizu?
She got a 3 total.
No, I didn't say me. I was saying Sky got a 3. 17
I got
plus 4.
15 plus 3, that's an
That's-
18.
Everyone but Skyora looks
That's
at Mike,
21.
and you can tell that he really wants that GI Joe figure.
You can
Tila
have it.
goes, Tila goes, Mizu, go ahead and give it to Mike. I think
I'm giving it to him. Here you go.
He takes the GI Joe figure and he's like, "Thank you."
Thank you. Looks at his tail, just wagging vigorously.
It is. You see, he's holding GI Joe figure in his hand, but he's trying to stand up straight without he's standing up perfectly straight, but his tail is wagging very much. He used to collect a lot of action figures, and GI Joe is probably like one of the most ancient figures out there. Zanar, you can tell this as well. So
Aww.
About what?
that Mike
Such a good
is
boy.
really happy to have this new GI Joe figure.
I can only picture what might happen to that G.I. Joe.
What?
You know, like with dog toys, just thrashing about with them.
That's what actually I was gonna give. I was gonna give it to Doro so he could do that. I was actually gonna do that.
Doro does look
But
at
then
it
Cameron
jump
said
for it a little
something.
bit, but Mike notices just in time. He lifts his hand let's
No.
get some
He's
food.
like, no, it's
I
mine.
need food.
Ah.
You guys, I assume you guys
I
get some of the quick meals.
gave it to Mike.
Nah,
Tila's
I'm
gonna
good.
go. Tila is going to get one of them.
Actually,
Which
no, I'm
is
gonna get the pizza.
Tila's gonna go for the sad salad.
I'm going for the
disappointing
pizza, the depressed
Disappointing
pizza.
salad.
What is
I'm
Mizu?
going to go with the one that
Day old
looks
pizza.
most pleasing to eat.
They all look the same.
Skyara gets none of them.
I was just gonna give it to Doro anyway. It'll make him mellow out, to be honest.
Okay. I can see that. So you guys get your meals. They're just as bad. Let's say this. You know how something's either worse than you thought it would be, or it's better than you thought it'd be? This thing is exactly how you thought it would be. It's not good.
Tila
Understandable.
goes, understandable.
Doro's just like,
Doro does
I bet he's
trying to
spitting
barrel
out.
roll the pizza.
Barrel.
He's
If
just
you see
trying
him
to
spinning-
barrel roll the pizza on the floor.
I get to see the soldiers seeing this going, well, Out of a year of just stupid nothing, this is the most interesting thing we've seen all day.
It is. It is. In fact, speaking of which, Skyora, you feel a tap on your shoulder, and there's a soldier there.
Oh dear.
He's a lizard vagrant. He's got like a tank top on, and he's got his like full like pants on his with his boots, and he comes in. It's like,
How are you gonna say full on?
it's like, I have a question. You came in on that ship earlier today, correct?
Yes, and
I was simply curious. Do you plan on staying here for a little while?
Whoa.
I'm not quite sure. And she kind of like looks at Tila. And she goes, Tila, are we going to be staying here for a while, or are we just going to get a few of them and go?
We are here for a resupply and replenishing mission, so we might be here at least for the night
It's like,
and leave that morning.
it's like,
Sadly.
okay, okay. Well, before you leave, I know a few nice places around here. Okay, granted, it's an outpost, so there's not really any nice places, but I know some less bad places with a nice view. I was simply curious if you'd be interested in going to one of those places, with me.
I'm laughing because I'm just imagining Atlas. It's just like, I feel a disturbance.
Atlas is asleep on the ship. He never got off.
Yeah, but he's like, I bet he's just like, I feel a disturbance somewhere.
Or having a nightmare.
He's having a nightmare. I'll tell him what happens later.
Probably.
So how do you respond, Skyra?
What'll it be, Skyora?
What will it be?
She'll go, I'm not quite sure.
Ignore.
Maybe I could come along with you with Jacques Carmen.
Tila goes, well,
Just you and me.
we are on this planet. Please enjoy your time here, and we leave at morning time. I have to go with Mike to do some trades with the ship.
I was hoping. He looks to the Skyra and he's like, I was hoping it could be maybe just you and me.
I'll think about it.
Okay. All right. I'm in the barracks, so if or I'll be on duty. You just let me know. And he goes back to eating with his friends. A few of them they start tussling about bro, I can't believe you actually asked or whatever. It's like shut up. It's like,
Now, I'm just sitting right next to Skyro, just like, smooth, mon ami, smooth.
Suddenly, as you say
Wait,
that,
what is his
Zanar, you hear a, what is smooth? And if you look between the two of you, there's a little
Oh
robot.
God, no!
He's looking between the two of you like, what is smooth?
Oh no! The child.
Lee, what are you doing? You're supposed to stay on the ship.
Well, I was going to wait on the ship, but then I realized that wasn't going to be any fun. So
Okay, baby.
there was this really tall guy, and he had a hat on, and he looked really mean. So I snuck past him, and I snuck past him, and
What's the guy wearing, my son?
he had on this. I think it was blue. I think it was blue, or if it was green. It was one of those. It was something, and I just snuck past.
Stanley, did he have stars on his shoulders?
Yes, yeah, he had He looks at
Oh no, that's the general.
He had Capricorn.
Oh,
on his
baby.
desk. Is that what it's called, with the stars or something? Or
That's it. That is the general. Oh my gosh, Mike, I am so sorry. We're
Wait,
actually
my
taking.
son snuck by him.
Mike is looking.
How'd you do that? How'd you manage that?
Well, he was yelling at somebody. I think somebody dropped something, and I waited till while he was yelling. Nobody knows me. He was being mean, so he didn't know me. Mean stuff
Wait,
makes you
he's
bad at
yelling.
game.
It was.
Oh,
He was being me, so I walked away when he was being mean
Aw.
to someone.
Then
I'm just over here like, oh dear God,
Thanks.
this boy's gonna blow my cover.
So everybody looks up at you, Zanar, and he says,
Mizu's
"So,
just like, come here,
Uncle,
baby.
Uncle,
Come.
Uncle Zanar, why you look so
Whoa.
different?
My,
No,
Uh-oh.
he's just like,
I don't know what you mean, little one. I am Jacques.
Mizu's gonna snatch up her
Jacques.
son
I
now.
am Jacques.
He gasped. He's like, "Oh, Tila, Auntie Tila, I think, I think, I think he has amnesia too."
So,
Tila goes with a big smile and goes, "That's right, Stanley. And to avoid him having really bad headaches, we're going to have to call him Jacques until he feels better.
So
Okay,
he's
can you do
Uncle.
that for me?"
Can I still call him
good
Uncle?
boy. Yes,
Yes, you may.
I'll call him Uncle.
Imagine playing pretend with him. He is Jacques Common.
Well, if we're playing, then he looks at himself, remembering that he's still dressed as Atlas. Then my game
Oh,
is
no.
Atlas.
Oh, okay. Come here, Atlas.
Aww.
I'm Atlas.
Tila goes,
Atlas.
"That is a beautiful amnesia name, Stanley.
It's my
So proud
amnesia
of you."
name. And I
Come here.
he looks at Mike and he says, he goes, and I am a Pulsati stick. I am a Deadeye.
Tila,
Oh, killing
Tila
me.
just smiles awkwardly as she's like, "It's
Oh,
not a real weapon, it's just a stick."
Mike
Mizu's
Oh, I thought it
just
was a
like, come here,
screwdriver.
my son. Come here,
Mike
baby.
nods but Mike seems a little bit distracted because he's trying to keep his G.I. Joe away from Doro. um, but yeah.
Wait, does Stanley spot the action figure?
Oh no, don't show him.
Don't do that. Daru, come here. Daru, stop.
He does not really. He sees it, but he doesn't seem to really pay much attention to it. Because he's very concentrated on being Atlas. Atlas doesn't have action figures, so he's not gonna have him either.
She goes,
Atlas, come here,
she goes,
baby. Come here,
"So,"
Atlas.
she goes, "Atlas, your job as a Jedi is to protect and defend and guard your mother, Mizu. That is your knight, an honor. Can you do that? Are you up to the challenge,
He salutes.
Jedi?"
In the process, his hand hits his head with a large he salutes with a very large.
Oh.
And he says, "I shall protect her.
Oh,
Oh.
I shall protect her with my everything." And he
Oh my God.
he puts a hand on your.
Oh.
He comes over to you and he hugs you, Mizu, and he goes, it's like no no evil shall befall upon you.
Oh.
boy.
So
Oh.
you start to
I'm
notice
dying.
that people are
Stop.
beginning
You're
to file
hurting
out
me.
of the mess hall, including that lizard.
Yeah.
Variant. You guys continue your meal. You guys are talking. Stanley is still protecting. At some point, he kind of forgot about his whole his whole amnesia thing, because he was very concentrated on. He was so concentrated on being Atlas that he forgot why he was being Atlas. So he kind of, yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah. So you guys decide to stay? Oh right, Tila, you were gonna talk with Mike and the general to get the fuel, right?
Fuel and replenishments, basically space rations for the trip.
Skyover will come along.
So you come over. Oh, Skyor comes. Okay, so the general comes over to you and he says, you come over and you find this general is actually in a conversation with Emmett, and they don't seem to be angry at each other, but from what you can tell, they don't seem happy. Like something's wrong. Something's going on.
Oh.
Mizu's gonna join too with her son, and she's gonna keep Doro on the leash,
Same.
very close knit, very close.
Okay, all right. Zanar, do you come along as well?
I can
or
just
do you-
imagine.
What do you want to do?
I can imagine Mizu
Go
walking
where?
like in Legally Blonde with her little doggy on a
Are
leash.
you going to go talk
And
to
having-
the fuel thing with the others? Because they're gonna go talk to the general about it right now, and see what the issue is.
I'll go.
Okay, cool. So you guys
Everyone's
approach and you
going.
see, you get there, and the general Emmett looks at the. He's like, he looks and sees Mizu. He's like, Mizu. Hey, he looks at Stanley. How did you get off the ship? Stanley says, I'm not. I was like, my name is Atlas.
Yeah, this is
Tila
Atlas
goes-
for now, right now.
Tila goes, he is on Jedi guard duties for Mizu as Atlas.
Yeah,
General says, did he go through the
he's Atlas for
scanner?
now, baby. Okay.
Because we do need him to do that.
That's a child.
Now, that's a child.
Ma'am, I've dealt with people who
He doesn't
put
have
bombs
anything-
inside of children. We're still gonna need to check him.
Okay, I'm gonna go do it.
Okay, so you lead him
Tila
over.
lets Mizu escort him to the scanners.
Okay, so you escort him over. He's not really like he's got his tail and all that, and from what they can tell, he's not. Oh, right, he does have a gun, so maybe.
Oh yeah, he's got the
Oh, God.
gun
Tila
and the daggers
Tila goes
and the daggers.
points at Mizu to put it
He's
in
like,
the
"Plus,
red
he's a gun.
bat
That's a gun.
box.
That's a child with a gun. So you're telling me you have a child
It's
with
a
a gun right
toy one.
We couldn't pry it from him. It's not loaded. It's not loaded. We couldn't pry it from him.
now? He pulled.
It was a
Sorry.
gift.
Oh wow.
It was
From a
a gift.
dumb
We've also
the
got two
gun,
robot.
daggers.
and Stanley pulls out the gun. Yeah. And shoots it straight up.
Who loaded the weapon?
He said, uh,
Jack
Last
whistles
time I
off in the
remember
distance.
was Corvin.
Emmett loaded it.
No, I thought it was Corvin.
it's like,
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember
it
he
was
gave him some
Emmett.
bullets.
I'll have you know, I did not load that thing. Thank you very much. I gave him. I helped with the paint job earlier, although it seems he's changed from that. I had nothing to do with the gun. Okay, I'm just pointing that out right there. Yeah.
Tila points at Stanley and says, Stanley, you need to put the gun in the red box so they can check your weapon.
It's like, oh, okay. But first, he brings it down, clicks a button on it, safety first, and puts it into the bin.
Oh gosh.
Safety first. A moment earlier.
No, he has a safety engaged.
Yeah. Now I have the.
Yeah,
now,
but earlier he
now-
shot it into the air.
now the safety is engaged because so nobody is in danger. And besides, Atlas doesn't need guns. Atlas has lightsaber. He pulls out the stick and puts it into the bin as well. It's like very.
Wait, he has two
Well, what about
daggers.
the
Remember?
daggers?
Yeah, he has two daggers. I was trying to say that.
You have to tell him that. You have to. He doesn't know
What?
he's supposed to take any.
Why
of
have we
Daggers
given-
too. Daggers
Baby,
too.
can I get the
Why have
daggers?
we
Corvin gave
given-
him 2 daggers.
Why
They're
have we
no-
given
they're
the
just-
child so
Corbin
many
did.
weapons?
Eddie kind of hangs his head.
Wait a
Why-
minute.
He's giving him weapons.
He takes the daggers off. and-
There's something I just.
What? What'd you realize?
I remember the last time we were in this, with the daggers and whatnot. Not Lilu.
Tila.
Tila, she was teaching Stanley how to cut vegetables, and they were making food.
That is true. So when he pulls them out, there's a bit of
So
carrot
where-
on them. There's a bit of carrot on them.
What? I was gonna say, what happened to the food?
You ate it.
You guys ate it. Well, you smelled it,
Well, Skylar doesn't
but
really
the rest of you ate. So you guys, he puts the stick in. And he's like, "Be very careful with this. It is a Jedi weapon, and it is very deadly, especially in the hands of a master." And he puts it in the bin. And he may be taking after Atlas a little bit too much. So he goes into the scanner, and you guys see the scanner go down, right? And as it comes down to him, and you see it like pass over him, it shuts off. And the guy behind the computer says, "Hold on, maybe that was me again. Let me see." Okay, the scanner goes from the top, starts scanning down again.
Okay.
It gets to him again. It fizzles out
Okay.
again. It's like, okay, That's hold on. Okay, fine.
That's
Let me
different.
hold on. Let me try something. It comes out. It's a little bit louder.
Oh. Wait, does he have a bag?
It still shuts off. He's like, that's weird. Okay, the scanner is shutting off. I'm not sure why exactly, General. I'm not sure.
Everything in your post seems to be in bad condition. Maybe you might need to get a new scanner.
Well, maybe. General, what do you want to do about this? And the general thinks for a moment. He wonders. Says, I'm assuming this is an artificial being, not just a robot.
Just a robot.
It's just a robot. Well, if it's just a robot, then we're gonna need to open him up to see what's inside.
He doesn't like that, but
I don't think anyone likes to be
He has
opened up.
conscious.
He's conscious,
He has
so he is
conscious.
an
You can't
artificial
open
being.
him.
is forgive me, I can't tell the difference with these robotic beings.
You hear someone scoffing back.
Zanar plays it
Racist
off so he
ornates.
could so he could stay as the ornate.
Says,
Oh, dear.
okay, so he is an artificial being. Are you his legal guardians?
Well, yeah, I
Tila
am.
goes, we are his guardians,
Do you have any
yes. We
certificates
are
for that?
returning him
Any documents that prove that?
certification. Tila goes, yes,
Silence.
one moment. She pulls into her. She asks. Pog is still deployed. Yes, I didn't have him
Yeah,
return.
but he's just
following around.
Yeah.
Okay. She goes to Pog and says, "Can you pull up the picture and credentials for Stanley, please, for the general?"
Pog
Oh
nods.
man,
That's a
my
and
boy.
You hear some beeping coming from inside of him. No identification found.
Tila goes. We are his guardians. He does not have an identification. He has amnesia. We are returning him as requested.
General goes, wait a minute, Mike. Mike, do you have do you know what this is about? And Mike looks at the lot of you for a second, and he pulls a little tablet from his side, presses some buttons on it, and he says, I think they might be referring to this. And he looks at it, and it's the same like bounty thing that you guys how you had found him. That says billions of carrots prize for whoever, or for those who can reward for anyone who could find him, bring him back, and the address that it wants to send him back to. And he says, I see. So you're returning him to his original owners. Where did you find him?
Found him on a vendor planet that was very interesting. And a lot of robotic bounty hunters were going after him, and we saved him from that. History check. Okay.
Why need a history check when you can go to episode 1 on Space Tanks?
Yes. 13.
I like how we just go
no, 13. What is my history? What is my history? Where is my history? Oh my gosh, my history is great. So 13 plus 5 is 18.
Okay, so you remember the planet you got him from was called Parkirplik. Or
Parkirplik.
Yeah.
Parkirplik.
The only planet I seem to remember is Baitende Louis.
Baitende Louis. There was each
we were there for a bit.
Louis, and yeah, there's Louis.
And then there's Stormy Planet.
But there was
Stormy. We'll never forget Stormy.
Is where you
I'll never forget Stormy.
So,
yeah,
where did you say you found
you were
him from?
apparently some guy.
Where we found him and being pursued by multiple violent robotic bounty hunters.
What planet?
We saved him. Parkirplik.
Check that, Mike. from what we can, yeah, there is some CCT footage that shows this robot was there for at the time. It's like, look, here's the thing. Legally, I can't just let you go off with him. However, based on what we're finding out here, whoever had him originally also didn't give him identification. So if you want, I can give one of you legal rights as his guardian.
Mizu.
Now, I would like to point out that also means that if you do so, or not, he doesn't say this part, but this is the thing to keep in mind. Once he has an identification, you're also going to need to make sure that his original owner has identification as well. It's like, I don't know if because from what I can tell, if his owner has identification, then it also means that they have had him for however long beforehand without giving him identification. Whoever had him before did not give him any sort of identifying, no legal name, nothing.
That's interesting.
That's very interesting. Pog has some identification on, don't you, Pog? And it should be a lily pad. That's his identification that he belongs to me.
Oh.
A lily pad, wow.
A lily pad symbol.
Yeah,
because he's a Pog.
Oh.
Exactly. Yeah, there you exactly.
Mizu's got a collar for her Doru.
Different identifications. Most pets don't
Sorry,
necessarily have
that's-
to. We also found that weird cat costume inside of your place. Not sure what that's about, but yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's a costume of a
Cat
robot.
Zoom?
Yeah, that cat robot thing.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
That's
Baby.
Kitty. That's Kitty.
Yeah. So
He's sleeping. Don't wake him.
we
He's getting happy.
Don't wake him.
Mike, come and talk to me for a second.
I want
The
to
general
hug the
goes over to
kitty
Mike for a
now.
little bit. Mike walks away for a little bit and talks to Mike, and there's a little bit. You hear some voices. Mike looks back at you guys, looks at the general, nods his head, and they come back. Well, you're in luck. So, Mike here is going to be a bit of an escort for the lot of you. He is going to go with you. And because currently where we are, we don't have the devices or the means to get him identification and to have one of you become a legal guardian. However, in an emergency situation, a person of military can give authorization. So Mike here will be going with you and making sure that at the most initial time that he can be given identification and essentially adopted, that you have to do that. He needs to be identified.
Oh.
You need to make sure that he has a legal guardian. Otherwise, anyone
Means
could
Mike
just
can
pick him
come
up.
with me?
Yes, Mike will be going with
Mike
you
can
for some
come with
time before we have him return back to this outpost.
Tila goes, excuse me a moment. She goes into where's the nearest door?
All of you roll me
She's like, a few days is all the time I need.
In a second, but first, before you roll perception, so you go to a door. There's a door like right next to you. Like there's a door down a little corridor, and what do you do?
She goes in, she closes the door, and you hear happy croaking noises. And then it goes silent, and then she comes back out. Did everybody hear that?
You see, everyone
Ah.
roll. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead. Actually, I'm gonna say that the door didn't have very good these doors they're not really designed to soundproof. So, everyone heard that, and anyone knew. And there's like the slightest twitches of a smirk on Mike's face. Like it's barely there. Like
Oh,
if you squint your eyes and look at a different angle, you might be able to see it.
he's also happy. Is his tail wagging a lot too?
Yes. So, he says this. He's like, "Well, I'm glad
Oh,
we
Mizu.
addressed
What
that
happened?
problem."
Mizu's gone.
Wait, who'd we lost? We lost Mizu. It's like, well,
Mizu died.
I'm glad we have that happen. And that, where is he?
Pardon?
Where's
Yeah?
the kid?
You good?
I
Stanley?
thought he was.
If you look
I
around,
thought he was
Stanley is
guarding.
nowhere to be seen.
Oh no. Code red. Find the kid!
Should I fly up and look around?
Before there's
Yes,
not much.
please.
There's not really. Well, the thing is, you're inside of an area, so flying up won't really give you much of a vantage point. But you can certainly do that.
She flies up and she tries to look
me
around to
investigation.
find someone who looks like Atlas. Oh god.
She's gonna go through the vents.
Just go through the vents.
Go through the vents like what do you call it? Like an imposter.
She got a 14 total.
You look around and you don't really see him, but you actually see some scuff marks leading back out of the down the corridor somewhere. There is suddenly a beeping sound down at one of the computers. You hear a beep beep, and the guy at the computer is like, "Huh? 1 second." General? Yes. One of the escape pods was just launched.
What?
Uh-oh.
No.
And it's get me in contact with that pod right now. And you hear it's like pod number 37.B, which please identify yourself. There's no sound for a little while. Pod 37.B, identify yourself. Hello? Hello? And you hear some rattling. It's like, and you hear over the radio Stanley's voice. It's like,
Oh God, no!
I think
It's
I did
like-
something wrong.
You just hear in a high pitched voice, "My baby."
My baby!
Everyone looks at Carmine like, what the? Okay, that aside.
I mean,
I mean,
Hey kid, you're not. I need to. Do you see by any chance? I'm inside of a spaceship. It's like, yes, you're inside a spaceship. I need you to. There's a thing that looks like a stick in the center. I have a stick. I looks at Tila. He looks at Mizu. He's like, can you? You seem to know him. Can you talk to this kid? Get him to turn around right now, cause I don't think he's headed in a good direction right now.
Stanley?
Oh, Mizu's not here.
You need to turn
yeah,
around.
Tila, sorry, go ahead.
Stanley,
wait,
you
she's
need to come-
typing though. She's typing.
She's typing, but she
Oh,
can't hear
she's
this.
typing.
Oh, that's true. Okay, sorry.
She goes
Continue.
So she goes, Stanley, you need to come back to the ship. Mizu's right here. You gotta protect her.
But I'm in.
I need you to grab the. No, you're in the escape pod. You're in a pod, just like my little pog.
What?
You need to steer the little pog back to the big mothership. Can
Someone
you
tell
do
Sheepy
that?
what's going on in the future voice chat real quick while I explain while you talk.
Sheepy, the escape pod has launched, and it's Stanley. He's in an escape pod.
Oh my God.
You left for a
I
second.
disappeared for but a few minutes and he is what?
It's actually perfect because
You need
you're
to
the
put him
only
on a
one who would have
leash.
noticed that he walked off.
He's just a second Corbin right now. He's a
Oh
second
my
Corbin.
gosh, he is, yes.
So he is shot
Yes,
off right
that
I'm
makes
now.
Corbin.
wondering, did any of the soldiers looked up when she started flying up?
Yeah, sure. Let's say everyone's horny. So you, he stalks through the thing, but but it's not. But wait, it looks like a ship though. It doesn't look. It's a escape pod.
Oh man. Oh baby.
Stanley, you're in one of the pods. Turn the ship around and look right at us. You see us waving through the window? She's like going up to the window right
you
behind
look
the
out the
security
window,
guy, and she's waving.
You see a speck in the distance that you're vaguely sure is probably him.
Oh my God.
My gravity powers, my Force Jedi powers cannot pull that far in. That's way too far.
can I
Oh my
call?
God. What the fuck
What's
happened?
an R?
How
Can
did
I
that
call G
happen?
to pick him up?
You guys don't have fuel. You need to refuel.
Oh god damn it! No,
Wait,
my
Just go into
child.
another launch
wait,
pad.
do I put the what do I do? Do I turn? How do I turn it
Don't
around?
press anything.
You see the stick that looks like a lollipop?
Stanley tries to suck
There's
on
3 of them.
3 of them?
Oh Lord.
And one of them
What color
is
are they?
2 of them are red and there's one on the ceiling and it's blue.
Don't hit
Do
the blue
not
one.
hit the one on this here. Do
Hit,
not hit the blue one.
hit,
No.
You hear his voice
No.
glitching out a little bit through the speaker because he's getting farther away, and he's like, "Hit blue one,
No.
No.
Red.
up,
Red.
at one,
Red.
the red one."
Yes. Yes. Grab both of them.
Oh, okay, I'll put red button. Beep.
Red button? No.
And
No one said button.
did I press the right? And Sarge,
No
you
one
see
said
a slight.
button.
He heard red, and so there's a flash of light in the distance, and the pod has gone.
Oh my
out of
god.
space.
No.
Hyper.
The general, surprisingly, is sweating. Because here's the thing: if he's gone to the next galaxy, then you guys should be able to just like go to that galaxy and find him fairly easily if you fill up with fuel. But the general seems a little bit more worried than necessary.
Because one of his
Why?
escape pods and they do
Flies back
inventory
down.
on those.
Do you want to ask him why he's worried?
I
Why are
would
you
like to ask
worried?
him why he's worried.
He
Okay,
was like,
what do you say?
General, I am so sorry. We bear full responsibility. We will retrieve your pod and our guardian robot being and return your pod to you
He's like,
promptly.
screw the pod. You got to get to that kid fast.
Why?
Private, and Private goes, well, thing is, pulls up some things, that he's not necessarily going in the direction of a galaxy right about now. Yeah, he's going
Don't tell me he's going into.
He's going towards the eye.
It's in
Oh,
the
no.
black hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually, everyone roll me a history check.
I got it.
I
Crap,
disappear for but a few minutes and my son is gone.
12 plus 5, that is a 17.
17.
I got a 5.
5.
Jesus.
So-
You got 5.
Carmine, you have no idea how big a
15
deal
plus
this
what
eye
else?
is. 15 plus what? Okay.
I'm
You
just
said
like, oh,
what,
no.
wait, you said history?
Yeah, history.
Mm-hmm.
19 then.
19. Okay.
God
Skylara?
damn it.
Rose?
Rose.
We lost you, Rose.
Rose is yep,
God
Rose is
damn
gone.
it.
There she goes. Well, you guys get this. You guys.
Oh, she's
Rose
back.
is back.
Rose, what did you get on your history check?
Rose.
I can finally get comfortable now. Take these pants
We
off.
still can't hear you, Rose.
Why? Okay. I mean,
If you can hear us, then I'll tell you the as you guys, when he says this, Tila and Mizu, the two of you, remember the eye, or
and
as
she's
its
gone
full
again.
title is, the Eye of Pontifex is an old is a black hole that has existed for quite some time. The Eye of Pontifex is an old it's simply a black hole, but it's a mysterious one. It's, from what's been told, it's two black holes overlapping each other. And there have been cases of people disappearing into this thing. There's even an outpost nearby it just to keep people from getting stuck in there. He's like, well, you know what? I'm going to let you guys go ahead and take the fuel. You guys, he's like, you retrieve that kid, make your way back as soon as possible, and do you guys decide to head off to go chase after the boy?
Is Mike coming?
Yes.
Does Mike come?
What did I miss?
Hello?
The good boy better be coming.
The good boy better be
Hello?
coming. Mike.
What did I miss?
Hello? Can anybody hear me? What is going on?
Yes, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
We can hear you.
We could hear you.
I can't hear anybody for some reason.
Dude,
Oh,
check your mic settings.
Yeah, let me rejoin.
put down.
Hold on.
We can hear you.
There we go. Wow, the sound effects aren't even playing. That's how bad my lag is, folks.
Stanley's
Sun
headed for
is
the
going
eye.
towards a black hole.
What in the world? I still. Oh. Oh, my bad.
Icarus
My
is
bad.
flying too close to the sun.
You've married an Icarus who's flown
Hold
close
on.
to the sun.
I think tonight we can end it right here since he's having connection issues and I have to
What is
leave.
going on? I can't hear any of you right now.
Goodbye,
I
brother.
cannot hear any of you
Is
for some reason.
he deafened?
chat.
No, he's not.
Check your thing, dude. Check.
F in the chat.
Check
Yeah,
it.
I don't know what's going on. Give me a second.
You,
You're going to have to type it out, bro.
Hold on. One
Oh.
moment. Headphones. Yeah.
I have to. I will have to
There we
sleep
go. I
here
can
in
hear you
about less
now.
than 10
He's
minutes. I
not
have
deafened.
college tomorrow.
Y'all are going to have to
We're-
text it because he can't hear y'all.
I can hear now. Okay. Oh man, that was frustrating. All right, I am back.
Oh, he can
We're
hear now.
almost-
He can hear now.
Okay. And I know you're gonna sleep soon,
hear
Leslie. I'm trying to get this part. We're almost to the end of today's actually thing because this was gonna be a quick session because big thing. So do you guys take the fuel? The general offers the fuel. Do you decide to take it and head off? He said he's like, out of the kindness of his heart, he's gonna let you take it for free, for now, an IOU basically.
Yes. So basically, she's like, as long as Mike comes with us.
It's like, you know,
As long as Mike comes with us, I want.
He's coming with you. He's got to help get you the kid. So, you guys load into the ship, I assume, and
Oh.
Happy Tila
Mike's
noises.
coming on the
So you,
ship.
so you manage to get back on the ship, and you
Got
guys fire off. The fuel's in. You fill in Emmett and G on what the heck happened, and you guys head off.
She's like, Emmett, G, head for the eye right now. Stanley is in an escape pod and it's heading right for it. We need to stop him before he gets.
Yep. You head off, and you're going towards the ship. Goes into hyperdrive, and after a few minutes of that, as you come out of hyperdrive, you see before you an amazing sight. Most people never. For some
Do you have a
reason-
picture?
Yes, I do. For some reason, this thing hardly can show up on. Isn't able to show up on photos. It's always had issues with that. For some reason, I'm sending you the photo right now. It's taking my internet. You know, sending the photo, and you see.
I love
the
black
Eye of
holes.
Icarus. Hold on.
Black holes are pretty.
Wait, so
Mhm.
Mike is on the ship as well.
Yes, Mike is on the
Yes,
ship with you guys.
Mikey's on the ship.
Sending. There we go.
Pretty.
I want to see. Oh, that is actually terrifying too.
Yep.
Oh,
But beautiful.
So you can.
That is pretty and terrifying.
oh, it looks like a wormhole.
Right as you come out
No.
of hyperspeed, you see this black hole, and just as you do, for a good split
Oh,
second, because
boy.
I assume all of you are like in the cockpit, like, okay, are we gonna be there? Are we gonna be there? What's going on? And as soon as you come out of hyperspeed, you see, just as you get there, a little pod flies into the eye.
Oh, god damn it.
Is there any way to retrieve that pod? Do we have any grappling devices on this ship?
He says, I don't know if grappling devices are gonna. Wait, no, wait. I'm sorry. The general's on here. I'm sorry. Emmett says, I don't know if grappling devices are gonna work on that thing. But there are maybe we could ask somebody at the outposts because there are other not military ones, but there are two little things like satellites flying around. Not satellites, but they're like ships flying around this place. Do you guys want to go to the first post, the farther one, or the second one? I would suggest the first one.
That's what a GM would say, and then it's a trap.
Or maybe you want to go to the second one. Or maybe you want to fly into the eye right
Don't
now.
give him any ideas, Lesmont.
Like, what do you
I
want
to go straight into the eye.
I don't think.
What do you
Tila's
guys
like,
decide
let's
to do?
head to the first. She goes, Mike, do you know anybody at iPost 2? Or iPost 1? It says it here on the map.
Sorry, no. I know there's some people that live there, but as far as I don't know any of them personally.
Well, we're gonna have to go there and see if we can ask for assistance.
Okay. Is everyone on board with that, or does anyone want to voice their opinions on this?
We just lost a child. I'm
Y'all
about
lost
to
my
fight.
child when I stepped away. What the fudge?
We didn't even know he was gone till he left.
Y'all know he's a ninja. How do you think he got past the general?
I just thought the general was stupid.
No, wow. Don't.
He's my general.
I
Tila's
like
like
how I'm covered
actually
in makeup, but yet
is
like
actually
talking my
concerned
tarnation.
and is like gripping onto Mike's arm, like staring at that black hole and knowing that if Stanley goes into the center, that it could be like really bad.
Did I even get my arm back, by the way?
Yes, you got
you got
I
your arm
hope
back
you
a while
did.
back. You've had it back. Yeah.
You got your arm back.
Oh, yeah, you got your arm back, bro.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
So Tila's very worried and she's like holding on to Mike's arm, like worried,
we do
and
have
it's
some
like
grapple
going.
hooks we can certainly try if you want to grapple him in there.
I will put on a spacesuit and grapple hand him back if I have to.
That actually might not be a bad idea now that I think about it. I mean, the grapple hooks won't be able to
Please.
discern between anything else out there.
Tila's like, strap him in a grappling. Get him. Get this man in a suit now.
All right,
Yes.
Zanar, do you decide? Are
Please.
you gonna get in the grapple suit?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're gonna go into a
Mizu's
bit of
gonna hug
narration
Zanar
here.
real quick before he goes out.
Oh, you give him a hug. Okay, nice.
It's the first time she's gonna hug him. I guess a
Well-
sincere hug.
So
Like, please
Well.
get my baby back.
Well, at least now I could die happy.
Shut up.
oh my goodness. All right, we're almost to the end of this. So
She's gonna let go now. She's like, okay. You ruined the moment now.
That's my job. Anyways,
so Zanar, you get your
Oh
suit
my
on.
god.
Luckily, it's funny enough that the suit actually fits better now that you don't have your horn. Welcome back, Skyra. So, Zanar, get into the grapple suit. So we're gonna go into a bit of narration here because it's the last thing before the suit ends. You get into the suit, Zanar, and you put it on. You got the spacesuit, and you tie yourself to the cord. And everyone else has to go to the front of the ship so that the back doors can open for the fuel thing, or the air problems and all that. And he
hello.
hello.
Whoa.
Oh, he's
Glitching.
he's
glitching
glitching
again.
out.
I'm glitching again. Give me a second. Hold on. I apologize, folks. Come on. Come on.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All right. If it gets bad again, I'll finish it off on the phone. So, You guys see Zanar go out on the thing. He's floating out there in space, and Zanar, you're out there in space.
Yep.
You see the eye. It's getting closer and closer. Suddenly, you feel a weight pull you towards it. The black hole is starting to suck you in, and it starts to grab onto you, and you see yourself. You go forward. The distortions are happening, and as you get closer and closer, you you feel it's pulling on your body more and more, and then with what feels like a splash, you go in. Everyone else, you see Zanar as the Tesla goes, as not Tesla, as the cord goes out as long as it can. You see him get sucked into the hole, and there is for a good moment, nothing happens. But then you feel the ship like lurch, and you see Emmett and G struggling with the controls. They're shaking in their hands. The whole ship is shaking, and it's just shaking around. And Emmett's like, "Get this thing under control!" It's like G yells, "You think I'm not trying to?" And it's getting. You notice that you're getting closer to the hole. It's pulling you in. The cord, along with the hole's own gravity, there's a wave of it goes out, and it's pulling you in right now. Does anyone attempt anything at this
Well,
time?
shit.
Zanar, you don't know this.
I'm already gone.
You're already gone. Everybody, suddenly, you get closer and closer, and he says, "If we don't drive forward, this thing's just gonna rip us apart. We gotta do something." And he looks at Tila. Your call.
She goes, forward it is then.
He says, "All right, Captain." You guys burst forward, but not before. As you look, there's a sudden distortion. Best word I can come up for it. A flare of light that comes from the black hole. And as you guys are about to hit it, as you're about to enter it, you see the ship that you guys are in, another one that looks identical. The mural on the side of the Dino Tribe and everything fly out of it as you fly in.
Is there some like
And you're all
flash?
black out. And that is the end of today's session, ladies and gentlemen. A short session, but boy, do I have some exciting
TP, it
things
happened
next
again.
week. Now, here's the thing: we're going to be talking a bit, folks. I'd like you to make sure to keep a lookout because we might be switching to Fridays for the streams. I'm going to be asking everybody if that works for them or not, but we might switch to Fridays. Depends. But yeah, look out for that. Yeah, our team has gotten sucked into a black hole. We're gonna have to see what happens next week on Space Dice.
I feel like we're dead already.
No, it's worse.
Why
You
am I
wake up and
thinking
everything
of like
is
the
reflections,
Flash?
a mirror dimension. Nah, but no, you.
Why am I thinking of the Flash where he's running super fast and all of a sudden he just sees like a double of himself? And he's
Yet,
like,
you know
what?
what would be so funny? Is if everyone thinks it's a black hole when really it's just a double wormhole. And like, bah!
But
If
keep
it's
in
a
mind,
double
but
wormhole,
here's the
then that
thing:
means Stanley's gonna crash.
you didn't see the AirPods fly out of it, though. You only saw your own ship.
What?
You saw the AirPod fly into it that Stanley was in, but you didn't see it fly out. All you saw was the ship fly out.
I am back.
Welcome back, Sheepy. You guys flew into the black hole, and right before you flew into the black hole, you saw another copy of the ship you guys are in fly out of it, and then you guys all blacked out. Thank you for attending Space Dice, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a wonderful time. Next week, we have some exciting stuff that's going to happen that I actually have been preparing since the beginning of this campaign. That's right, since before
I hope
the
are
beginning.
we going into the mirror dimension?
No, actually, I'm going to go ahead and tell you straight
I
up,
don't
you're
know.
not going into the mirror dimension. And some exciting stuff is happening. So
It's like we're not going to mirror dim.
let me put it this way: none of you know what's happening. I'm gonna put it actually, Panda actually has some idea of what's about to happen, but he has to keep his little secret with me.
All I'm thinking is like Skyrush is like